What happens when a gambler on the run, a lonely princess, and a group of secretive nuns cross paths? It begins with a man running for his life. Our main character is Lorenzo, a gambler known for his charm, but also for making dangerous enemies. One night, after winning against a man named Gino Gerbino, Lorenzo suddenly finds himself chased through the dark streets. Gino's men are furious. They can't accept defeat, and they're determined to kill him. With fear pounding in his chest, Lorenzo manages to escape, but the danger isn't over. The very next day, his friends warn him, "Leave town now. Gino's men won't stop until you're dead." Realizing the truth, Lorenzo quickly mounts his horse and rides away, disappearing into the horizon. Meanwhile, in another corner of the town, we meet Pia, a young princess. Her parents had recently died from a deadly plague, leaving her all alone in a world full of vultures waiting to take advantage of her grief. One such vulture was none other than Gino Gerbino. Gino visits Pia, pretending to care, but his real motive soon becomes clear. Pia tells him that she doesn't need his protection because she is soon to marry a Russian prince named Zinsko. But Gino smirks and plays his card. He lies, telling Pia that her father had borrowed a huge sum of money from him, keeping their entire property as security, which means everything Pia owns now belongs to Gino, and the only way to save herself is to marry him. Pia is heartbroken, but says nothing and walks away. While Pia is trapped in her misery, Lorenzo's life takes another sharp turn. Still being hunted by Gino's men, he hides in a tree. But fate has a cruel sense of humor. The branch breaks, and Lorenzo falls unconscious. Luckily, a group of nuns pass by and carry him to a nearby church. The nuns are struck by his looks, handsome, strong, mysterious. Mistakenly believing he cannot speak or hear, they start to admire him more than they should. When their mother superior arrives and asks who Lorenzo is, they lie, saying he is just a deaf and mute gardener. Lorenzo realizes this lie could actually save his life, so he plays along, deciding to hide in the church until the danger passes. Days pass, and something unexpected happens. While bathing one evening, Lorenzo is approached by two curious nuns, and slowly, the playful curiosity of the sisters turns into secret moments of intimacy. Lorenzo, though cautious, allows it to happen. For him, this is both survival and temptation mixed into one. At the same time, Pia is desperately searching for a way to escape Gino's grasp. Her friends give her an idea: disguise herself as a nun and stay hidden until Prince Zinsko arrives. Hoping this will keep her safe, Pia follows their advice and secretly joins the very same church, the one where Lorenzo is hiding, and this is where their paths finally cross. When Pia sees Lorenzo for the first time, she is intrigued. She asks the sisters who he is, and they tell her, "Oh, that's just our deaf and mute gardener." Pia doesn't know the truth, but she can't help noticing something special about him. But then she witnesses a shocking scene: Lorenzo slipping away with a nun into the bushes, sharing an intimate moment with her. Pia hides her emotions, but deep inside, a storm brews. Days later, Prince Zinsko finally arrives to marry Pia, but instead of a warm welcome, he finds Gino standing in his way. Gino declares that Pia belongs to him. Furious and insulted, Zinsko leaves the palace, but on his way out, a palace worker secretly informs him that Pia is safe, hiding in a nearby church disguised as a nun. Filled with hope, Zinsko sets out to find her. Back at the church, Lorenzo's secret life continues. Two nuns approach him, begging him to clap for them, a playful word for intimacy. Being the gentleman he is, Lorenzo agrees. Soon after, even the Mother Superior herself cannot resist, and Lorenzo finds himself pulled into her chamber as well. But Pia is watching all this unfold. Unable to hide her feelings any longer, she finally approaches Lorenzo directly. She blindfolds him and kisses him passionately, confessing that she is drawn to him. But just when Lorenzo removes the blindfold to see who kissed him, Pia vanishes. Confused and restless, Lorenzo can't shake the feeling that he has fallen for this mysterious woman. The next day, Pia exposes Lorenzo's lie. She tells the Mother Superior that he isn't deaf or mute. She caught him singing in the garden. To test the truth, the mother whispers into his ear while he's asleep, threatening to kill him. Lorenzo wakes up in fear, shouting, "Please don't kill me." And just like that, his secret is out. Furious at being deceived, the mother throws him out of the church. Homeless and rejected, Lorenzo feels broken. But then, as fate would have it, Pia approaches him. She admits she too is leaving the church and invites him to come with her to the palace. Meanwhile, Prince Zinsko arrives at the church and meets a nun named Melissa. Tricked by her playful lies, he believes she is actually Princess Pia and quickly falls for her. Their passionate encounter seals his confusion. Back at the palace, Lorenzo confesses to Pia that he is in love with the mysterious nun who once kissed him, but whose face he never saw. Pia smiles faintly, knowing she is the woman he is searching for, but chooses not to reveal it just yet. But trouble soon returns. Gino storms into the palace and, seeing Pia with Lorenzo, flies into a rage. He tries to kill Lorenzo, but Pia stops him, promising to marry him if he lets Lorenzo live. Gino agrees, but throws Lorenzo into jail. The next day, Pia bargains again. She refuses to marry Gino unless Lorenzo is released. Against his will, Gino agrees, but his men secretly plan to ambush Lorenzo and kill him during the release. Unfortunately for them, Lorenzo is a fighter. He defends himself and kills them instead, before rushing back to save Pia. At the palace, the wedding begins. Pia, dressed as a bride, stands with Gino as the priest starts the ceremony. Suddenly, Prince Zinsko barges in, declaring that Pia belongs to him. Chaos erupts. Swords clash, men scream, and Lorenzo storms in to join the fight. In the heat of battle, Gino chases Pia, but Zinsko cuts him off. The two men fight brutally, but just as Zinsko is about to strike the killing blow, Lorenzo intervenes. "He is mine," Lorenzo says. The final showdown begins. Swords flash, steel clashes, until finally Lorenzo gains the upper hand. With one powerful strike, he pushes Gino into a deep well. His reign of terror is over. In the aftermath, Zinsko turns to Pia, asking her to marry him, but Pia refuses. Though he is brave and handsome, her heart belongs elsewhere. Zinsko is stunned, until he realizes the nun he truly loves is Melissa, not Pia. He embraces Melissa, finally understanding his destiny, but Pia is heartbroken once more. Lorenzo is nowhere to be seen. She runs outside, and there he is, walking away into the distance. She stops him, tears in her eyes, and confesses, "Lorenzo, you have stolen my heart. I love you." Lorenzo, still blinded by his search for the mystery nun, shakes his head. "No. My heart belongs to the one who kissed me in the church." Pia smiles softly and whispers, "Close your eyes." She kisses him once again, and in that instant, Lorenzo realizes the truth. The woman he had been searching for all along was Pia. Their love is finally revealed, and with that beautiful moment, the story comes to an end. So, tell me honestly, if you were in Lorenzo's place, would you follow your heart blindly, or walk away from love to stay safe? Drop your answer in the comments. I really want to know what you'd do. And hey, if you enjoyed this roller coaster of emotions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who loves unpredictable stories. Thank you for watching.
No, I mean, he loves me. He just doesn't.